everybody, and welcome back to another Lidosta Riga airport update. We are once again back here in Riga, Latvia, for yet another airport update. I believe this is I think this is the 8th, but yes, we're back here once again. And as promised in the latest massive unboxing, in this Riga update, I promised I would include every single 1/400 scale airBaltic model that has ever been made. So yes, we have all 5 airBaltic 1/400 scale models in this update. So yes, that is very exciting right here. And while we have our first one right in front of you, it is the airBaltic Airbus A220 in their older livery. This one is just finished doing a training flight. I would assume a training flight around Riga, because it just departed from Riga and then came back. So I would assume that this is a training flight of some sort, but I'm not 100% sure. But now you can see the bus pulling up to the aircraft, and they will start boarding for the later flight out to Tallinn, Estonia. And that one will leave in about 40 minutes. Now, I should mention the time frame for this airport update, which is 1:15 on August 20th, Sunday, August 20th. So, yes, that is our first aircraft getting boarded up for the flight out to Tallinn. And up next here, we have this Transavia 737-800. This is in the Sun Country Airlines Transavia hybrid livery, but it will just be operating for Transavia today. This one just pushed back, and it'll be making the service out to Amsterdam. Good to see Transavia still doing well with that service. And speaking of new services, Transavia is our newest airline here, or maybe Aegean was later. They both kind of came in around the same time. I think Aegean might have been a little bit later, but I guess they're both newer airlines. But speaking of new services, British Airways has announced service from London Heathrow to Riga beginning this winter. I think it was either January or December. I forgot which month. But yes, there will now be British Airways service to Riga from London Heathrow. London Stansted and London Gatwick are already served on Ryanair and airBaltic respectively. So good to see that there will be a Heathrow connection. And yeah, Riga is now really connected with London, which is good to see. And great. We'll welcome British Airways here, and maybe I'll get a model to add in as well to these airport updates. Add a nice little British Airways feature in here when they show up. But yes, that'll be this winter. British Airways will commence service. I forgot if it was December or January. But yes, that is very exciting. And so wish British Airways good luck when they start service here. And now next up here, we have this airBaltic Airbus A220-300 in the Latvia 100 years livery. This one just arrived in, is currently taxiing in from Amsterdam. And this one will be later making the continuing service out to London Gatwick. So yeah, just like the Transavia, this one's coming in from Amsterdam. And then eventually, just like British Airways, this will be heading out to London and Gatwick. So, well, I guess British Airways will be going on to Heathrow, but same city, will be heading out to London. So, yeah, beautiful aircraft right here. And now we'll move on into our aircraft at the terminal. All right, now we'll move on into our D gates here, where we have 2 aircraft. We will begin on the bottom of your screen there. We have the retro airBaltic Fokker 50. This one is in from Venice, and it will be heading out to Vilnius, Lithuania. Then here is our new model right here, the airBaltic A220-300 in the Estonia 100 Years of Independence livery. They made a Lithuania, Estonia, and Latvia version, and this is the Estonian one. And honestly, I think it works best with the airBaltic livery. And just the Estonian flag is so hot. It's one of my favorite flags, so yeah, great job, Estonia. This plane looks fantastic, and I'm super glad to have it. Hopefully one day the Lithuanian one will be made so I can complete the collection, but I mean, I'm always wanting airBaltic models to be made, and unlikely that it's going to happen just because it's kind of an obscure airline, but I mean, you can always wish, right? This one came in from Rimini. I don't know where that is. I have not seen it yet on the flight schedule before, or any of these airport updates, so actually, I think I know why. Looking at the flight number right now, it is 7724, so that is likely a charter or some other, probably a charter or repo or something. I'm not really sure why it was there, but it did a turn from Rimini, Riga to Rimini, and so that is very interesting. So yeah, I have not seen that before. It is in Italy. But yeah, very interesting situation right there. But yeah, I'm not sure why that is here. If anyone in Riga can tell me why that happened, I don't know if there would be any information out there, but pretty cool to see. But it will be heading out to Brussels, and that is a regularly scheduled service here on airBaltic. And I would know because I did fly on that last year, so that's always fun. I love the Brussels airport, so yeah, that is where this aircraft will be heading off to. And now into the sea gates, where we have a lot of aircraft, but only one on this side, and that is the Lufthansa A320. This one is in from Frankfurt, and it will be heading back out there on the turnaround for this A320 right here. Good to see this one back here in the airport update. It's nice that we have two Lufthansa models to cycle through, because now I also got the Lufthansa 320neo. So we have these two models that we can use them both here in these Riga updates. Now the actual aircraft was an A321. They fly those, the 320s and the 320neos pretty much interchangeably. They use all of them here, and it kind of just like depends on the date and time which one they use, but they use all of them pretty interchangeably here, and so that's at least good to see. But I guess that means this aircraft isn't entirely accurate, but it is in the same livery, so there is at least that much to it. And now on to the other side here, the sea gates. I don't know why there's always so many aircraft here in these airport updates, because on both of the times that I've been to Riga Airport in these past 2 years, this side seemed to be the more dead side of the airport, but it gets a lot of action here in these airport updates. So we will begin on the bottom of your screen there. We have this airBaltic A220-300. This, on the other side of the aircraft, it has the 100th A220 sticker, but you can't see that on this side. But that was the actual aircraft that flew this route, so that's really cool. This one came in from Tel Aviv, Israel, and it will be making the service out to Hamburg in Germany. And that is another city that I have flown airBaltic to, or rather I flew airBaltic from there to Riga. But that is another city that I have flown on with airBaltic. But yeah, that's very cool. Two very great cities, Riga and Hamburg. And then next up here, we have this blank A320, formerly a Dragonair A320, but we just made it a blank A320 by covering up the logos with paper. This will be operating for SmartLynx, specifically SmartLynx Malta, as they do some charter flights to Riga, and I have not seen one in a while here, but there was one today, and they fly from Burgas, so this one came in from Burgas to Riga, and it will be just doing the turn back out there. So very interesting there to see SmartLynx, and I mean they just operate blank A320s, so this aircraft is technically realistic to what that one looks like. So that is very interesting to see right there. And so yeah, that is where that one will be doing the turn from Burgas. And then our final aircraft here is the Ryanair 737-800, of course. And this one came in from Edinburgh, and it will be heading out to Nottingham. So two very cool routes there for Ryanair. They operate a lot of routes from Riga, which is kind of impressive. Like even like cities you wouldn't expect, like Nottingham and Aberdeen, is very surprising that there would be enough travelers from there to Riga or Riga to those places. But I mean, as long as they can find a way to fill the seats, I mean, I'm all for it. So yeah, very cool for Ryanair. I will include the 738 with split scimitars in an update at some point. It just didn't really work out for this airport update, but eventually I will put that one in an airport update, and it will look great, as I did just get the NG, the Ryanair 738 with split scimitars, and so yeah, that one will look great next to my Phoenix Phoenix blended winglet version, which you can see here. But yes, that'll do it for this Riga update. Thank you all for checking this one out. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you tomorrow. As always, good night. Auf Wiedersehen.